this is Mrs. Kroll. I thought I would make a video to show an example of how to create a Zoom meeting. This might be helpful for your awards ceremonies, and also if you intend to teach summer school or you would like to apply to teach summer school. This might be a helpful video for you. I know that many of you already know how to use Zoom, and that's wonderful. And if you do, you don't really have to watch this video. However, if you're still uncomfortable with the process, this is where you should look to find out how to go about creating a meeting. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you how to share your screen. And if you created your certificates for your awards ceremonies on Google Slides, then I will show you exactly how to share that in a Zoom meeting. To begin with, I just want to let you know that I am on an iPad. You may be using an iPad, but if you're using another type of tablet, a laptop, a Chromebook, or a desktop computer, or even your phone, it might be a little bit different than what you are going to see on this video, but it should generally be the same. So to begin with, we're going to go into Zoom, and on my iPad, the icon for Zoom is at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see my text messages. Yes, I have 20 unread text messages, about 100,000 unread emails, and so on and so forth. But the Zoom icon looks like a white video camera with a blue square around it. So click on that. Your screen should take you here. This is your home screen for Zoom. If for some reason it ends up showing like your chat rooms or your meetings or whatever, that's fine. All you need to do is make sure that you click on home. And if you don't know where that is, if you see the picture, my picture in the top left-hand corner of the screen, right below that is the home button. So looking over to the right now, you're going to see 4 icons, one for new meeting, join, schedule, and share screen. We're going to focus on the schedule button, and it looks like a calendar with the number 19 in it. So click on that. And where it says Demi Kroll Zoom meeting, that's just a default title for any meeting that you schedule. It won't say Demi Kroll, of course, it'll say your name. I'm going to leave that there, but you can change yours to whatever you'd like. Under that, it says starts. If you click on that, you'll see that a calendar will appear at the bottom of your screen, and you can schedule for whatever day and time you would like your meeting to take place. Because I am going to show you an example of one here at my house, I'm just going to say today at 11 o'clock p.m. Click done, and you'll see that that's listed there on the starts. For the duration, I would try to create the duration for as long as you possibly can, at least 2 hours. We hope that won't take 2 hours, but we don't want it to cut anyone off. So you do what you think is best. If 45 minutes is the longest that it'll allow you to schedule it for 45 minutes. Time zone should be automatic. Repeat, never. That just means, do you want this to be a recurring meeting? Calendar, I'm going to click none, but you can click iCalendar. And like I said, I'm on an iPad, so this will automatically go into my iPad calendar. And for some reason, oh, there it goes, done. But you don't have to have it set there. For use personal meeting ID, if this option is enabled, any meeting options that you change here will be applied to all meetings that use your personal meeting ID. I would just leave that off. Remember, this little thing toggles back and forth. Make sure it's white. Doesn't have to be, but it's just easier that way. For password, I would require the meeting password. Make sure that's green over to the right. So if you click on it, it turns white, then turns green. Make sure it's green. The password will be set there below. Meeting options, host video on. I always like to have that turned off until I get on the video, because sometimes I start the meeting, but I may be trying to gather paperwork or something. So it's up to you how you want that to be handled. Again, if you click on it, you can turn it green or white. If it's green, that means yes, the host video will be on. I turn it to white. And then when I'm in the video, then I'll turn my video on. Participant video on, yes, have that green. Don't worry about audio option. I don't know if you'll have that option. If you do, I have a paid account, but if you do have that option and you might want to have parents call in because they don't have a device, then you can click on this menu here, and where it says telephone only, device audio only, telephone and device audio, click on telephone and device audio. And that's how we had our PLC today, where some people called in and some people were on the actual video. Then you go back, enable waiting room. Ms. Lott just sent out a text message just a few minutes ago, and she is requesting that we all turn off the waiting room feature for our awards day Zooms. So if it's green, click it again, it'll turn white, and that will turn it off. A waiting room is, in a way, it's a good thing, because if you share the link to your video and it gets into the hands of someone who has ill intentions and they're trying to get into your Zoom video to do God knows what, and they're in a waiting room and you don't know who they are, you don't have to allow them in. But because we're dealing with parents who are not completely familiar with Zoom, they may not have a screen name listed or their name listed when they try to log into a Zoom video. So you're not going to know who they are anyway until they get on to your meeting. So it's just best to have the waiting room disabled at this time. So once you are done with all of those options, scroll back up to the top and you can click done. Now you may be wondering, where is my meeting now? I've scheduled it. If you go to the left-hand side of the screen, again, look at my picture in the top left-hand side. Then under that is home, then chats, then meetings. Click on meetings. And any meetings that you schedule will appear here. So I'm going to click on Demi Kroll's Zoom meeting because that's the one that I just scheduled. Remember, I didn't name it anything specific. That was the default name. But yours may be something different. Your video may be called Miss Wagner's awards ceremony or what have you. But for the purpose of this video, mine is just called Demi Kroll's Zoom meeting. So I'm going to click on that. And it, again, shows me what time I have my meeting scheduled, what the name of it is, the meeting ID, the password, how long it's supposed to be, and all of that. So you're probably wondering how to invite parents to your Zoom meeting. So if you click on Add Invitees, so you see Start, Add Invitees, and Delete, click on Add Invitees, and a window will pop up to the right that says Send Email, Send Message, or Copy to Clipboard. Now, if you're sending an email, you click on that, and a menu may pop up with your email. I'm going to send this to my daughter because I want her to join us in just a second. But you can put in as many email addresses as you want to send to your parents and then send it off. Or you can send a message by text. So let's say I want to send this again to my daughter. Send it. Or you can copy to clipboard and then paste the link to any other communication that you may have with your parents. Now keep in mind that the invitation that Zoom creates is sometimes lengthy, and you will not be able to send all that information on Remind or even talking points. Talking points may allow more characters than Remind, but Remind only allows, I think, 180 characters, and so you're not going to be able to paste that whole thing into Remind. So my suggestion to you, if that was your intention, is to create a document in Google Docs so that you can actually share that document with all the information with parents. And I'll make another video after this to show you guys how to do that. in case you want to do that. So anyway, I've shared it with my daughter. I'm done. I'm going to cancel it. The next part of the video is going to be how to present your awards on Zoom. So I'm going to close this up. And I think the next important thing to do is to have your device ready with the awards ready to go when you share your Google slideshow. So because I'm on an Apple device, Safari is the default browser. And so that's what I'm going to use for the purpose of this video. But you might be accustomed to using Chrome or Internet Explorer, and that's fine. Whatever works best on your device will work perfectly fine. I'm going to use Safari. So I'm going to click on Safari, and I need to go to google.com. If you have not done that yet, then you will need to go to www.google.com. So in the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a D with a circle around it. That's just showing that I am signed in. Next to the D and between the word images and D, there are 9 small squares in the shape of a box. And I'm going to click on that. So I actually helped Miss Wagner create her slideshow, and I have it saved in my Google Drive. So I'm going to go to Drive. And you'll see that it's available under quick access, but let's say I haven't been on that in a while. I saved her slideshow under my own folder, which I called COVID-19. You may have yours saved somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to let's see. I'm going to open it up. And it might take a minute because it's kind of a large file. So this is Ms. Wagner's awards ceremony slideshow. And if you look on the left-hand side, there's a window for every single student and what their awards are going to be. So overall total, Ms. Wagner has, I believe it was 63 awards that she is issuing to students during her awards ceremony. And remember, we want everyone to receive some type of award. Participation for everyone is usually the go-to. We know some students don't excel enough to receive all of the awards, and there are some students who receive everything, but we want everyone to feel special. So once you're in Google Slides, a screen like this is going to come up once you get on your awards presentation. And if you look in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see the D again, so that's showing that I'm logged in. To the left of that, there's a button that says Share, and to the left of Share is a button that says Present. We're not going to worry about this arrow that drops down. Don't worry about that. We're going to click on what looks like a play arrow. And then, as you can see, Miss Wagner's awards slideshow will begin. Now, I'm going to close this window for a second. Oops. And the next thing I'm going to do is show you a video sharing a screen on Zoom. Okay, so I am taking a different approach to showing you how to get on Zoom because you cannot screen record while you're on Zoom for some strange reason. But anyway, to begin your meeting, you're going to click on the Zoom icon on your device. Remember, mine is here at the bottom. And your screen might come up to this as this. If it does, remember on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to click on Meetings. And I'm going to start the meeting that says Demi Kroll's Zoom meeting. So click Start. And when I do that, if anyone's in the meeting already, and my daughter is in the meeting for me, this screen is going to pop up. You're going to want to make sure that you say call using internet audio so that she can hear us and we can hear her or whoever's on your meeting. So my daughter is posing as a Travis student or a parent or whatever, whoever's going to be watching these videos. If you want to see more than one person, on the left-hand side, if you're on an iPad or on Chromebook or something like that, you can click gallery view. And if there's more than one person already there, which hopefully there will be for you, then you'll see all of their pictures or as many pictures as possible. Now, remember I told you that I don't like to have my video started as soon as I get in the meeting, because sometimes I've got the meeting going, but I'm not quite ready to start. I'm waiting for people to come. So that's why you see this still picture here. But once I'm ready to start the meeting, I can click Start Video, which is up here. You see there's a red line through it. Start Video. And here I am looking really rough, but that's okay. All right, so now you can see that I'm here and the audience is here, and I want to share my screen to show the awards. So at the top right-hand side of my iPad screen, you're going to see mute, stop video, share content, participants, and more. You're going to click on share content, and this window or this menu is going to come down. You're going to see that you can share your screen, your photos, iCloud Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive Box, and so on and so forth. For this video, because we're showing you how to do awards, I want you to click on screen. And then you're going to see this come up. You're going to click on Start Broadcast. And Anthony, can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, so remember in the last video, I already started my Google Slides. So I'm going to click on Safari, remember, because that's where I opened it up. You may not have it on Safari. Maybe you have yours on Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, whatever you have. But if it's already set up, then the person viewing the video will see it. And so if I was Miss Wagner, I could maybe give some kind of speech about how I'm so proud of my students and they've done a wonderful job this year. And then we move into showing the awards. So this is the first award that we have on Miss Wagner's list. But if I click on the screen, I can click this arrow and it will go through every student. Or I can click play and it will go through it for me. Now it's kind of going fast, so we have to be mindful of that. Now remember, when you are giving out awards, every student should receive something. We want everyone to feel special. We don't want anyone to be left out because parents will be upset about that. So if you can't think of any award to give somebody, a participation award is the best thing to give them. So once I'm done with that, I can click off of it. I can close out Google and I can go back to Zoom. And if I want to stop sharing my screen, I click Stop Broadcast. And here I am back with my audience. Now to end the meeting, of course, you tell your people, hey, we're done, you know, we had such a great year, blah, blah, blah. And you can just click End over here in the left-hand corner. Now, one problem that we have with Zoom meetings a lot of the time is that students don't know how to mute their own videos, and you get a lot of background noise. So if you click on participants, in this video you can see it's just me and my daughter. But let's say I want to mute everybody except for myself. I can click Mute All. Oh, and this menu comes up and it says mute all. And you can see that the red microphone is has a slash through it that shows that all participants are muted. If you want to unmute them, you can click unmute all, and the red microphone is no longer slashed through. I can also click on a participant's name and put mute audio if I just want that one person to be muted. There are also some other options there. Let's say there's someone in your video chat that's being inappropriate. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, again, you click on participants. Let's say Anthe is being inappropriate on the video. I can actually stop her video. And if her picture is this crazy dog here, but your person may not have that picture or a picture. And if I want to start her video again, I can click on participants, her name, and then ask to start video. And if she accepts it, then it will come back on. Okay. So this is how we are going to do our award ceremony. So if you need assistance with anything, please let me know and I will be willing to help you. And hopefully this video was helpful to you. And I'm going to try to make a video for parents to help them get into your award ceremonies. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope everyone has a blessed evening.